Hello traders, it's Graham here from Kilted Trading. Just thought I'd give you guys a couple of updates on a couple of things I've been looking at, and primarily on the Kilted Strength Meter, which is proving to be fantastic in terms of my assisting me with trade setups. I've been over the last 3 days on some seminars with some folks in the US, some very talented traders, and I can assure you that a lot of the tools and techniques, indicators that we're looking at are absolute premium. There's a lot of folks in the US charging considerable amount of money to get a hold of similar strategies and techniques that we're here using at Kilted Trading. They're charging thousands of dollars. I'm just charging a couple $100. You're getting an indicator for life. You're getting all the tools. You're getting all the strategy. You're getting the PDFs and how to use that strategy. You don't need to sign up for a training course of any shape or form in the thousands of dollars. I'm giving you a lot of this training over YouTube. So yeah, let's get into it. So first one is I got a ping on the Kilted strength meter using the STEMA, what I call the STEMA strategy, which you get for free as part of buying or purchasing the Kilted strength meter, which we have down the bottom. So let's go through it. So all the values here are the different EMAs you get the settings for once you purchase the indicator. But basically what we're looking for is price action above these EMAs, and also that's on a daily, and above these EMAs on the 1 hour chart. So the interesting thing about this one is we can use a few other techniques in terms of how you're looking at the market. And so I just wanted to draw your attention to when we broke, I had an alert when we break the 200 here, this EMA. I won't give you all the other settings, but this one is the 200. Then we get an alert, or you can set an alert. That's basically how I've set up. When I have price pushing through the 200 or pushing down through the 200, I set alerts. So with that, I then switch my attention to analysing that a little bit further in terms of structure. So I just wanted to show you that, which will be a nice segue into how I manage the trade. So we're on the USD CAD here on the 1 hour chart. We'll just blow this up a little bit for you so you can see. Don't worry about the indicators down the bottom. This is just where I take my trades, so nothing much to look at here. So the market structure is very interesting, guys. So what we did, or what I did, was I actually drew a retracement, Fibonacci retracement, from the swing high down to the swing low down here, where we were seeing rejection of this support line. And you can see here that this was rejected twice, and then it's gone back up. So when you have this much of a push down, you're always going to have a retracement or a pullback at some point, and at least to the 50. But you can see here it's actually pushed right through the 50, and it's actually held above. It's actually closed above the 50, and that's when I got interested, because that's when the Kilted strength meter, together with the STEMA, was saying, hey, we've got to push further up here. So I entered a trade on a lot size of 0.5, so half size lot, and I had my stop fairly tight under here. And what I did was to manage the trade, and this is something I'm still working on, because in general what I find is I'm really good at picking direction, but sometimes I just give a little bit too much back to the market. So what I'm working on to improving some of my my own trading, because we all need to focus on some of our weaknesses and how we improve. And that's only going to become more apparent if you journal things. And by that, I mean, take a record of your trades, your entry points, your exit points, your take profit. Take a snapshot of your actual chart so that you can review where you're actually going wrong. Now, I'm pretty lucky. I've got some proprietary software that I use that give me all these stats in terms of how many trades I've taken, how many have won how many I've lost, what my expectancy is, and all sorts of other ratios, which allows me to identify very, very quickly the areas of improvement. So what I did was my target was here. I saw, because it's all about target levels, right? So when we punch through one level, you're always looking to the next level. So Fibonacci gives you that clear indication of what that next level may be. Who knows where the market's going to go, right, guys? No one can predict the market direction in terms of where the market's going to go next. No one can do that. So, however, what we can do is set up probability of, what would be a reasonable next target. So the 61.8 retracement was basically my target. So as it was getting close to here, how I've managed to trade, because it is a pullback, remember we're going against the sort of broader trend here, so to speak, I basically took some profit off the table. Now, the way I did that on NT4, which isn't always clearly understood. I've watched a few YouTube videos on this before, but it's never been that crystal clear. Well, not for me anyway. But to do that, to basically leave your trade in place, but just take bank some profit, you basically double click on your size cell here, double click on that. And what I did was I'd 0.5, let's just replicate that. So I had a 0.5 lot size, and what I did was I basically just said, okay, I want to take 0.4 off, so most of it off, and close it out. Click on the close button. Now, because I don't have that remaining on the trade, it's not letting me close it out. So I've basically got 0.1 at the moment. So I could close it all out and just click the close button, or I could basically take half of that off again and basically close out the trade. So that's a really nice way of managing your trade, okay, in terms of taking profit off the table. Once it's nearing your target, you might want to say, okay, I want to take 75% of it off and let the rest run to target. Or alternatively, and this is what I've done here, because I've looked at the structure of the market, what I did was I basically left 0.1 of a lot size still on, so mini lot, and what I did was actually moved my stop loss to break even. So regardless of where this goes to, I don't really care, because I'm not going to lose money, but I've let some money sit on the table in terms of trying to squeeze out a little bit more profit. Now it's looking like it might come back down, okay, in which case I'm going to get stopped out. But that's okay. Let the market stop you out, okay? Especially when you've got a little bit of gas left still in the tank, where it could potentially go further up to this trend line here, or it might push through and reverse completely and go towards this initial target up here, which wouldn't be unreasonable, considering look how much of a push this was to the upside. Now, you're always going to get this pullback, and we're holding out of that being not too much, but it's looking like this is a bit of a hammer sort of candle, or a very bearish pin bar. Who knows? It might just be coming down and retest at 200 again, then it zips back up. Don't really know, don't really care. I'm not going to lose money, but I'm leaving something else for it to go with if it does take off. So that's a very quick update, guys. Remember, if you want to take some profit off the table, double click on your size in MT4, put in the amount you want to take off. So in this case, I wanted to take 0.4 off of a half size lot. That's how much you can actually close out. Click the close button, it takes the rest off. And what it'll do is when that happens, it'll basically it'll leave everything in place, and then you can move your stops. You can see my take profit there isn't one set at the moment. I've just got my stop loss, and it'll have this comment in here. It'll basically be from the previous trade. So that's an easy way to tell that you've actually taken some profit off the table, or reduced your lot size, banking some profits, and away you go. So very quick one, guys. Thanks for listening. Look after your families as always. Hope you've all had a really good trading week, and we will speak soon. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.